Ultimately, each album is a reflection of what you do at the time, and this album is where I am. Find yourself in the gutter in our lonely part of town.
He just might be the most complete musical artist of the past 2 decades. And now, with his 6th solo release, Phil Collins has set aside his previous formula for success by creating his most personal, stripped-down effort to date.
He needs a job, a little respect, so he get out while he can. We always need to hear both sides of the story. There's a lot of space on this album, and the reason the space is there is because I didn't have a lot of people coming in. There's no horn tracks, you know, there's no R&B on this album. That's one thing that's very different.
Different and diverse could be 2 words that best describe both sides. Different in the sense that along with writing all 11 tracks, Collins plays every instrument on the album, adding another dimension to his already diverse career as a musician's musician, gifted songwriter, 7-time Grammy winner, vocalist, and frontman extraordinaire.
I started writing, didn't know what I was going to write, I just... and all these things started, you know, without me really thinking about it. So the album's kind of made itself. And the more I played, the less I wanted anybody else involved. I mean, the songs... Now we come to the delicate part. When you're my age, you feel that you've got life sorted out a bit. And you know what's happening. But still things happen to you. And still, there are still bridges that won't burn. There are still ghosts that you can't lay to rest. And the lyrics on this album, a lot of them came at the same time as the music. And the more that became evident what these songs were about, the less I wanted anybody else to help me with it. And it ended up being the most enjoyable experience I've ever had, really, in the studio. I mean, the songs I am passionately, believe in.
Recorded in his 12-track home studio, Collins wrestles with his emotional observations throughout most of both sides. Families out of control, a world torn apart by ignorance, and love's power to conquer all.
Well, I got lost, couldn't find my way, and I guess there's nothing more to say. Love can make you blind, make you act so strange, but I'm here I will stay. So every day I cry, every day, yes, every day I fall, every day. You ever wonder why, every day, why I love everything about you? But every day I say I try to make my heart be still. Till in every way there is to cry ourselves to sleep, we will. The fact is, I believe that a lot of trouble that we have in this country, is kind of, it's people not communicating with each other, and they're over there and we're over here, and that's the way I like it, and seeing the other side of the problem, our tolerance level with abuse, and we're rude to each other, and you just get on with it. It becomes the norm, and then suddenly someone cracks. I don't really want to become this sort of soapbox rock star, everyone, sort of on his soapbox trying to put the world right. But they're observations. I mean, most of these things are observations. I don't have any answers. They're just like, I wonder, this bothers me. Does it bother anybody else? That kind of thing.
His long-time association as frontman for supergroup Genesis is only a fraction of his creative achievements. Acting in several films has also become a part of his resume.
You try and get the feeling across, and you try, when the camera comes up, you're trying to look like you mean what you're saying at that time, I mean, obviously I meant everything I say in the lyrics when I write them, but then suddenly you have to feel like that at quarter to 11 at night, freezing cold, time and time again. So it's not that easy sometimes, but...
Following the release of Both Sides, Phil and company will hit the road in 1994 for a major concert tour.
I'm hoping this next tour, which is going to be 2 days on, day off, 2 days on, day off, which is why it's a long tour, because that suddenly adds another third of the time to it, will make it more enjoyable. Because the last couple of tours, you know, I'm 42, I guess I don't feel 42, but I guess things happen when you get to 40 and you can't. Mumps, I sang on with mumps once, but the... you know, you don't get out and about quite as much because you live in, you know, you sit in the quiet of the hotel room and every day leads up to the show, but it'd be nice to think that that could change a bit.
For this man of incredible accomplishment, there's not much more to prove. But rather than sitting back and celebrating his good fortune, Collins chooses to move forward with a sharper eye and a keener sense of what the world is leaving behind.
The hardest thing I'm finding doing this video is not the cold, it's not the waiting around, it's walking past people up the street there that are actually these people we're talking about. They're people that are sleeping in boxes and standing there shivering. I tell you, it's very weird to go in, you know, I walk past them every time I go to my caravan there and I come back. And they're the people we're talking about. And they're not actors, they're for real.
Hello everybody, it's me here. It's that time of year when you have your get-together, and coincidentally, it's that time of the year when I have been busy working in here on a solo record. It's going to be coming out in November, and I'm very, very pleased with it. I usually am, of course, but this time more so. I've played everything, all the instruments myself, and produced it myself. It's very much a solo effort and very personal songs. So I've been having a good time. And it's going to be unleashed on new chaps and chapesses around November. So I know that you've always done great stuff with the previous albums, and hopefully you'll see your way clear to doing the same thing with this. Have a good day, rest of the day, and I trust that every man will do his duty. Ta-da.